नमस्कार देवियों सज्जनों। अब हम सबसे पहले बात करने वाले हैं आउटलायर्स की कि हमने इस कोड में एक चीज़ और लिखी है कि भाई आउटलायर्स डी एफ इज इक्वल्स टू डी एफ स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट फिर से स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट डेट टाइम टर्म सी मैक्स टर्म सी मिनिमम टर्म सी डॉट कॉपी। इसका मतलब क्या है आइए देखते हैं। So firstly, what's the happening? DF, you are selecting specific columns from the date frame. So you are selecting specific columns from the date frame. आपने कोई specific column select कर लिए उस date frame में से, and here you are picking only date time, time C, max time C, minimum time C. Double square brackets column 1, column 2, we have to be indicating the column 1 and the column 2. This means give me the multiple columns. Single brackets, one column. Double brackets, multiple columns. Right? So this will be there, and the dot copy. Dot copy means make a separate copy of the selected data so changes to outliers DF won't affect the original DF. Right? So I will just make a separate copy of selected data so changes to the outliers DF won't affect the original DF. Outliers DF is just stores the new smaller data frame into a variable named outliers DF. In the plain English, I will just explain you like take only date, temperature, max temperature, and minimum temperature columns from my big table, make a copy of them and save them into the new table called outliers DF. After then, you have to just see this will be the mini example. If DF had like this, this complete details are there. After running the code, outliers DF would be what? Like this will be the same copy. I will just copy down that section. Same. This will be there. Like this will be the date and time. MC temperature will be same. Max temp will be the similar, same, completely same all the things. Right. This will be the time C. Right. This will be the max time C, and this will be the minimum time C. I will not add it in the humidity. Right. So if you this will be the outliers DF. Right. This will be all are nearby. This will be the outlier. So I will just make this will be the different outlier DF. Right. After then, why dot copy is here? Because you're not creating a totally new table. You are making a window into the original DF. That means if your changes in the outlier DF might also change because both point to the same data in the model. So like this, boom. Now DFMC will have plus 10 even though you never touch DF directly, right? So DFMC is plus 10. I will just do this. So like this. And with the dot copy, we are just doing same things. So I will just written different things, right? I will just take it and then I will just, otherwise I will just make this copy. So pandas make a now new independent copy of the data. If you change outliers DF, it won't affect DF. It's safer when you want to experiment without messaging up the original data sets. So without not copying, borrowing their friend's notebook and written on it. Without copying, अगर आप करते हो, without borrowing your friend's notebook and write it, changes affect the original. Right? As a dot copy, making a photocopy of the notebook, you can scribe freely the original stays safe. At least original are the safe. मैंने photocopy कराई अपने friend की notebook. उसको बाद में you want to change anything else. Think of it like that. Okay. So I will just run on it. I will just run on it. Yeah, I will just run on it. I will just make the outliers differently. Right. After then, I will just do this code. Okay. So I will just doing on that section and I will just copy this and paste on it. outliers DF, right? So pick the temp C column from the outliers DF table. temp C को लिया है from the outliers DF table, okay, and उसमें इन्होंने क्या किया है, dot quantile 0.25 को यूज किया. Find the 25 percentiles also called the Q1 first quartile, right? So this is the value below which 25% of the data falls. ये वो है जिसमें कि 25% ऑफ डेटा जो है वो फॉल्स, जो नीचे बोला. आफ्टर देन स्टोर्ड द वेरिएबल Q1, राइट. ये वेरिएबल किस में सेव हो रहा है, Q1 में सेव हो रहा है डेटा, राइट. सो ये आपने ले लिया, बहुत अच्छी बात है. Again we are going on to temp C column and we have to just dot quantile 0.75, 75 percentile Q3 third quartile, we have to just take it. This is the value below which 75% of data falls, stored in the variable Q3. After then IQR, enter quartile range Q3 minus Q1. You have to just do it. IQR Q3 minus Q1. Calculate the interquartile range IQR. IQR is equals to range of the middle 50% of the data, right? That will be the range of the middle of 50% of the data. Okay. So this will be this will be this. इन दोनों को अगर हटा दें तो इनका जो बीच वाला डेटा है, that will be the range of the middle 50% of the data and used to detect the outliers. और इसकी मदद से आप क्या कर सकते हो, आप outliers जो है you have to be used to detect the outliers. So let's say temp C column is like this. So 25 percentile 22.75, Q3 75 percentile 32.5. Okay. After that IQR is at 32.5, 22.71, 9.75, right? So the 9.75 is what, right? So the lower limit. So why we do this? Once we have IQR, we can find the outlier using lower limit Q1 minus 1.5 into IQR, upper limit Q3 plus 1.5 into IQR. Any value outside this range is considered an outlier. Okay. Yes. Why not? So this will be the formula. Lower limit is equals to Q1 minus 1.5 into IQR. Upper limit Q3 is equals to Q3 plus 1.5 into IQR. देखिए इसमें क्या है कि भाई जो आप Q1 निकाल रहे हो, Q1 is just what 25% of quartile, right? 25% of quantile, right? उसमें से माइनस कर दो आप 1.5. ऑलरेडी लोअर है तो लोअर माइनस 1.5 इंटू कर दो IQR. अपर लिमिट के लिए Q3, right? This will be the 0.75 quantile, right? This will be plus because this will be the maximum. 1.5 plus multiplied by IQR. Any below lower limit or upper limit is an outlier limit. Lower limit is there, that will be the lower, that will be the outlier. Upper limit is an outlier. So filter out the outliers. So I will just outlier is equals to outlier DF. Outlier DF times C is lower than lower limit. That will be the, and the outliers DF times C is equals to greater than is equals to upper limit, like this. Means or lower limit or upper limit. So just selected rows where temp C is too low or too high. Right. Say this result. Print the outliers. So this will give you the only the rows where the temp C is usually low or high. Q1 is equals to 22, Q3 is equals to 32, IQR is equals to 10. So when I will consider lower limit is equals to 22 minus 15 is equals to 7. Upper limit is equals to 32 plus 15. 1.5 is there, so that will be there. 47. So whatever the temperature is 7 degree below, remove on it, or greater than 47, that will be removed, will be flagged as an outlier. Okay, clear everyone? Okay, so that will be the best example for it. Okay, clear? So I will just run this code. This code will be run. Very good. After then, we know about the lower bound and the upper bound. This will be the formula. Okay, so I will just do this, run this code. Lower bound is equals to Q1 minus 1.5 multiplied by IQR. Upper bound is equals to Q3 plus 1.5 IQR. और इधर आइए, so we got repeat करिए वापस. Okay. अरे यार, outlier DF is a variable, right? After then we have to be selected DF. DF is just a variable, right? Data frame. One column, the two column that will be indicated as a square bracket. Date time, time C, max time C, minimum time C, and then the dot copy, right? So we have to be just taking the two columns, and we have to be just assign like this dot copy, make it the two copies, right? After then we have to be going on to this code, and I will just run this code. When I will just run this code, this will be showing what? Q1 is equals to outliers df temc dot quantile 0.25. Means you have to be called the outliers df, that will be the new variable. This will be the new variable you are created only. And temc you have to be called this column 1, and that you have to be dot quantile means 0.75 means 0.25, the lower value of 25% that you have to be just take on it from this column. And outliers df temc means Q3 is equals to outliers df temc dot quantile 0.75 means that will be the 75% of that maximum values you have to just take on it, and then after you have to be apply the one code IQR. You know about this formula, you have to just know about this. Means what is this IQR? This will be there. This will be showing interquartile range. Interquartile range. Interquartile range. Interquartile range. अरे यार interquartile range. Okay. उसके बाद में IQR interquartile range. अरे यार interquartile range. अरे यार interquartile range. Interquartile range. Alright. So you have to be assigned interquartile range is equals to Q3 minus Q1. After that, you have to be just do this code. Lower bound is the variable is equals to one formula we have to be applied, the Q1, that will be the quantile of 0.75, 0.25 minus of 1.5 minus y, because this will be the lower, so I will just indicate it as a minus 1.5 into IQR. After then we have to be provide the upper bound is equals to Q3 plus 1.5 multiplied by IQR. This will be just showing the 0.75 quantile plus 1.5 plus y, because this will be the upper bound into IQR. After then we have to be just run this code outliers. Outliers is the new variable. We have to be called this copy variable. Outlier df. And this will be showing the one condition. Outliers df times c as this column. If this will be the lower than this times c, right? Lower than the lower bound, whatever the MC, outlier MC, I don't know what this IQR. Outlier GF, you know about outlier GF, right? Yeah. I just calling on it, IQR, and I will just call outliers DF, right? So what the thing will be happen if MC is lower? You just see this. If you are just confused, so you have to just see this. This will be code is there, and I will just click on it, right? Whenever you have to just click on this kind of things. So we have to be again define the outliers TF, right? So outlier DF is what? Outliers TF is what? This will be the lower limit and upper limit. The lower bound and upper bound. That will be clear. The IQR is what? That will be the 10. So that will be have to be stored on the section. Yeah, that will be stored on that section. But I will just compare on it. Firstly. If I compare on it, that will be right. But you have to be compared with the which. You have to be just taking the 10. Right. So this will be only the example. I will just start on it. So MC is what? MC is less than 7 degrees C. And MC is what? This will give you only the rows. Let MC is unusually lower. Right? So MC is what? So you have to be compare with the IQR. Right? So this will be the action. When you find out this kind of things, you have to just compare on it. Okay, if anything like that, if that will be the 32, so the lower bound is what? 7 degree. So if 7 degree, they will just low. That will be fine. If that will be greater, so that will be not fine. So if I will just find it, that will be the lower bound is lower than values, or I will just check it, or why? Because if this will not happen, so this will be happen. Lower bound, we have to check upper bound, so we have to just right. So you have to just check this with the lower bound and upper bound. Whatever the like 7 degree lower, remove on it. 47 greater than, remove on it. Only the middle part you have to just take. After that, we have to just run this code, and you see the result, right? After then, when I will just click on this section, and if you understand this code, if you don't understand this code, I will just written again on it. I don't have problem anything else. But you have to just see this will be the very easy code, right? This will be the outlier DF MC is lower than lower bound, right? Find all the rows where the temperature is less than the lower limit. Two code, बहुत ज़्यादा cold होएगा उसमें, right? Find the rows where the temperature is less than lower limit, right? And in this time, see, find all the rows where the temperature is greater than the lower. That will be too much hot. Logical OR operator in the pandas means pick rows that match either the condition. Outliers DF means filter the data frame to keep only those too cold and too hot rows. Stores this unusable rows in the new data frame called outliers. So from my table, give me only the rows where the temperature is unusually low or high, based on the IQR rule, right? So this will be just like that. Okay. So after then, when I will just take this outliers dot index means what? See this. Index rows is equals to dot outliers dot index means this is your data frame that contain only the rows with unusable MC values, the outliers we just found, right? And dot index this give you the rows labels rows numbers from the original data frame. Rows number from original data frame where this outliers came from. After then, when I will just add index rows, store the row numbers into a variable called index rows. So if your outliers table looked like this, so then when I will just index rows in 64 5 comma 10 d t type. So these are the rows positioned in the original data sets. So you can now go back to your original data frame for frame df and highlight and remove these rows using their indexes. Okay. So like this, we have to find out this. Then I will just run this code. So I will just see what the things will be happen. So we have to be df.drop. What will be drop? We have to just drop this index rows in place is equals to true. What is this? So I will just return on it and just run on it. After then, we have to see this. Index rows contains the rows index of an outlier we can found earlier. df.drop dot df.drop index rows means remove those rows from the data frame. और rows को हम remove करते हैं from the data frame. In place index rows वाली जो भी है सबको हम df drop में से हटाते हैं. In place is equals to true means change the original df directly instead of making a new copy. Instead of making a new copy, and place is equals to true means all the outliers shown are gone from df. df.reset index in place is equal to true means after dropping the rows, your data frame rows number index will be gaps. Will have gaps. Example 0, 1, 2, 5, 6. Right? Notice 3 and 4 are missing. So reset index creates a fresh index starting from 0 again. Place is equals to true. Apply the changes to df itself. It also keeps the old index as a column. It also keeps the old index column unless you can add drop true. Drop is equals to true. It also keeps the old index. Unless you add the result now data frame box is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. df dot so they will you don't get extra column called index. You won't get an extra column called index. Right? So this will be like this. I can show what do you yes, why not? We have to just see more things. Whatever the things you have to just show, I will just see all the things. Import the pandas as a PD and df is equals to p dot data frame name score in df visible the output. So let's leave it scores 99, 102 outliers, right? After then, this will be index rows 2 and 4. Position of C and E. df.drop index rows in place is equals to true. Print df. This will be 0, 1, 3. Notice that index jumps 1 to 3. Messy numbering. Reset index. df.reset index in place is equals to true. Print df means index are just refreshing. They will just providing you the 0, 1, 2, 3. It added the old index as a new column set index. So this will be the df read index in place. Okay, so this will be like this 0, 1, 2, right? And the drop is equals to 3 means that will be remove this and this will be the 0, 1, 2. Now the numbering is clean and there is no extra column, so this will be there. So clear, gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen, clear? Yes. So this will be, we have to be just 2 for this. So I will just write this like this. So we have to be just run this code. Very good. Now then after I will just print the outliers on it, and outliers we have to just print on it, and I will just run on it. You say the outliers. Okay, this will be the outliers. This will be the outliers. All are the things. These all things we have to be just figure out. After then, what we will do, we have to be just add this code, and what they will do, I will just see. I will just add this code and I will just enter on it. You see this code. This will be showing very good things. This code is making the box float to visibly show the outline in the temp C. Let's me break it down in super easy terms. Step by Z. Plot PLT, that will be the pandas, not pandas, that will be the matplot live. That will be, we have to be just indicating the short form, that will be PLT dot figure. Figure size is equals to 8,2. This will we have to be assigning. Creates a blank canvas for the chart. After then, we have to be just shown figure size 8,2 means the width is the 8 and the height will be the 2 inches. The width will be the 8 and the height will be the 2 inches long. Then PLT box plots outliers DFM C is equals to vary what false. That's why M is equals to R means what? Like this line is indicating what? So we have to be just saying, firstly we have to be just assigning the figure size. 8,2 means width 8 inches and height will be the 2 inches long and thin. Outliers DF temp C, the temperature data we are plotting. What? Again, that will be the plot dot box plot is just like that. We have to just make this one box, right? So we have to just write this. After that, vert is equals to false means what? That will be just showing the plot it horizontally, left to right, instead of vertical. Vertical false means not vertically, so plot it horizontally, left to right, instead of vertical. SYM is equals to R means what? Outliers will be shown as the red dots. Okay, outliers will be indicating as a red dot. R is equals to red and the dot is equals to small dot. SYM. Right? Outlier will be shown on the red dots. R is equals to red as dot means small dots. After then, we have to just add the PLT dot title, outliers and the temperature. Add a title and the x-axis label, so people know what they are looking at. The PLT dot title, outliers and the temperature. PLT dot x label, temperature degree C. Outliers and the temperature. This will be the heading, and the label of that x label temperature C dot degree C. So what is the label of x axis? Right? This will be the x. This will be the y. After then, we have to just write the plot dot short. Finally, display the chart. So a box in the middle where the most of the temperature are. Lines whiskers, main and maximum values within the range, a normal range. And the red dots, the box in the middle where the most of the temperatures are, some temperature. The lines whiskers, mean and max values within the normal range. The red dots, the outliers too high and the low temperature, that would be like that. Second. No, by no. So this will be there. This will be the 2 inches. This will be the 8 inches like that. Okay, 8 inches width and the 2 inches height. After then, vertical is not. This will be the horizontally, right? So red dot we have to be indicating as an outlier, right? So this will be the red dot will be indicating this will be the outlier. This will be the outlier is there. and then after we have to just assign the outline the temperature that will be showing on the title, outline the temperature, and the x-axis, this will be the y, this will be the x, this will be the temperature degrees, and the plot dot show, this will be showing like that. Okay. So this will be just showing the temperature, all the things. After then what we will do, so this will be the things will be there, this things यहाँ तक हमने कंप्लीट कर दिया, उसके बाद में हमको देखना है, so we have to just do on it, यहाँ तक हमने कर दिया था, we have to just run on it, again we have to just run on it, this will be run, well done, and this will be also run, they will make this like a figure, okay, this will be done. After then we have to just do this, you have to just write this, and we are sending like this,